I'm gonna go with the unpopular opinion as well. I'm gonna go with Pattinson for me, and I say that for the factor of when I look at again, Harry's big point is the League of Shadows. I will give you that, but before that was a big premise of his like a huge premise of his character. The best thing about Batman is that again, he is the world's greatest detective. The nigga is a detective first and foremost. That is like his identity, and he solves crimes. When I look at in particular, I think I may make a video about this at some point too. I want to make a lot of videos at this point. But when you look at like the animated series is usually like the pinnacle of what people consider to be the appearance of Batman with Conroy and all that stuff. When you look at how he enters a scene, let's say there's a crime scene, right? He enters in, his presence is felt by all the cops there. They look at him like he's a fucking monster, and he analyzes the scene and breaks things down. That's damn near verbatim what happens, or like a scene for scene comparison to the introductory scene of the Batman. He walks in, the cop's like, who the fuck is this? He's analyzing a scene, he's solving a mystery, he's solving a crime, and then he says a few words to Jim Gordon, and he's actually solving crimes. He's not just fighting kaiju battles or lighting buildings on fire, not lighting buildings on fire, but just blowing shit up. Because I feel like that's the weakness with a lot of the previous iterations of Batman is they're really, really reliant on their gadgets, like super reliant on gadgets. And this Batman is rudimentary. I can understand Khan's point, but to the point of like the way the choreography was what it was, keep in mind, this is year one Batman. He is not left to go train nowhere in the world. He got some tech, put that shit together, built a suit, and went out to fight niggas. He didn't train with anybody yet. He hasn't learned how to be an escape artist. The only thing he has right now is his brain and the fucking tank suit that he built up, which was not mobile whatsoever.
Before he go, I just want y'all to know right now, bruh hurt because he did not like the Robert Pattinson.
I know.
It's okay to be wrong.
It wasn't the Batman he wanted, but I kept trying to get through his thick skull that it's literally year 1, 2 of Batman. So like he's not the Batman you want to see yet.
I mean, the Penguin is literally establishing how Cobblepot rises to being the Penguin. Like everything is still being set up.
Like his rogues gallery isn't even established yet. The only one that was established was the Riddler, and hell, the Penguin wasn't even established. Like you said, he wasn't even established yet because the Falcone was still there.
Just a Falcone grunt.
What do you have to say? I know you have a lot to say.
I have so much to say. It's crazy. I'm gonna be calm because I was gonna like spaz, but I'm gonna be calm. First, talking about suits, right? Because that was the biggest. Oh, the suit. This nigga Robert Pattinson shoes or whatever the fuck you want to call that with his ankle when he hits the ground makes an old Terminator click like the fucking Wild Wild West. To this guy's point, he said, "What? Batman's a what? He trained with the who? So why do you make click sounds when you walk?" It literally starts off the movie like that when he's coming out the shadows. And when I said it to Charlie, he was like, "Oh, it's supposed to put fear in people's heart when they hear him coming." He is a ninja. He should be making no sounds when he walks. So I don't give a fuck if it was inspired by the Terminator movies and shit like that. That's not that many.
So let me ask you a question then. Let me ask you a quick question.
But didn't Charlie state that this is year 1 Batman, so he's not a ninja?
So who taught him how to be a ninja? We established he learned by going to train with the League. This Batman is not trained. Perfect example, in the movie, when did you ever see him do a stealth takedown in the movie where he snuck up and took somebody down? Okay, so if he doesn't know how to do it, how do you expect him to just do it? Because at this point, he's like, I want to protect my city. I built this suit so I don't get shot and die, and I'm going to go punch niggas, and I'm going to build a fucking car. He has not gone to train to become a ninja or anything of the sort. This is year 1 Batman. Year 1.
So hold on. To my knowledge, before Batman became Batman, he did study with the
No.
He fought for a little bit, realized he needed to learn more, and then went and trained, and then came back to Gotham, which is when the Rogues Gallery started to develop itself.
Because the comic is based off on, if you go read Batman year 1, the comic is based off on, which is like his first year as Batman. By the end of that, he was like, I need to be better. And that's when he went off to go train with the League and go meet Zatara and all that other shit. Okay. And then came back a different type of Batman.
Even to that point, he had, like, you feel me? His suit wasn't like robotic, like we talking about robotic movements. He didn't have that type of suit in Batman year 1. It was like cloth-like. You feel what I'm saying? So even to that shit was weird.
You're adapting that to modern day shit though, where if he gets shot, like,
And I still find that to be weird because he's still using the shadows to his advantage, just like he would as the way he learned in the League of Assassins. So that's weird if he didn't have that training to use that to his advantage.
That thing, like the shadow part.
yeah, he's not. He's
But
using it. He's not.
trying to be a shadow warrior. He doesn't know exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, like it's so like trying to do something versus being taught something firsthand. Like that's how it goes. Like
He just doing shit.
Well, let's
get that on her.
Let's move that into Charlie's point about him being a detective.
Right.
Bro, so we know Batman to be like the smartest detective in all of the DC universe. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
When he was trying to the first tool that was used, I think it's the Riddler, or who is this person? I forget.
It's the Riddler.
Is it Riddler? Riddler, right? He used a bulldog to kill his first, you know what I mean? His first victim.
Right.
You know what I mean? He didn't even know what that was, and it was the first biggest clue to the whole thing to lead him.
He didn't see that. He didn't see the bulldog to the end. He didn't see the bulldog to the end. Like that, the carpet tool. He didn't see that till the end. Like they found that at the end when they went to his apartment. He didn't leave it at the scene. He used it throughout the whole movie.
He used the bulldog to
He used a
kill his
hammer.
first victim.
He used a hammer to kill his first victim.
Are you sure?
Because the bulldog wasn't used to make a kill. The bulldog was used to like put carpet down to hide that plan he had on the fucking floor.
Well, in the case, he didn't know what the tool was. You feel what I'm saying? It took a cop in the scene to tell him what that tool was. And that's a very basic tool. So for you to be the best detective ever, and you're getting that, you feel me, information from a regular cop, it was like, this is not Batman, bro. He's not even doing detective skills right.
Year one.
It's year one.
Everybody knows who the bulldog is.
Nope.
I don't know that. Because why are y'all just saying it and describing it? And I didn't know what the fuck y'all meant by bulldogs. So that's for right here.
Okay. So that's a tool used for laying carpet in construction.
No,
For this boy, how would he know what that was just looking at it?
Because he's supposed to be a detective.
He figures
Bruce Wayne, rich boy extraordinaire, know what anyone uses to carpet.
because
He's a detective.
No, he wasn't. Year one, you don't get the whole point of year one, right? He has none of these skills, bro. He's literally growing into that stage. And if you ever heard the saying, you would know where it's like the greatest masters were the biggest failures from the beginning. So Bruce Wayne literally sucked. Gotham shows you that. The show Gotham, Bruce Wayne into his little dark era and super vigilante was completely ass. But he tried and was so resilient that he got great and became the master that we know today in his craft. Year one,
For him not to know what a basic bulldog tool is, bro, it doesn't matter if he is a rich boy, whatever the case may be.
what the fuck that was.
He is a detective, and if you're going to like the movie for him to be a detective, but everybody else has to connect the pieces for him. Even Riddler thought that this man was a genius, which is why he chose him to follow his steps, because he's like, oh, we're having an intellectual conversation that nobody else understands because you're that good of a detective. He thought that him and Batman were on the same side because he gave them too much credit. So much to the point where he was like, oh man, he's not thought too highly of you because you're not that smart, nigga.
Yeah,
So
that was great.
Being a detective doesn't necessarily mean that you just know everything. You're not omnipotent. It means you can deduce things from the evidence that's given to you. If you look at the animated series, any movie, let's take on the animated series, just because that's a lot of people's like pinnacle of the Batman and then his appearances and whatnot.
Let's do one thing before we go into the animated series, because this is the one thing that the animated series does not do it justice. We forget how much Commissioner Gordon was a mentor to young Bruce Wayne. Like, he became world's greatest detective because of Gordon. Gordon gave him the tools. He could have arrested him 10,000 times. Realistically, he knew who Bruce Wayne was. He knew who Batman was under the cowl. He could have arrested him, but he knew he was a good symbol for Gotham. So yeah, Gordon became his friend, but he was his mentor for a lot of it. And that's why Jeffrey Wright in Batman.
Jeffrey Wright did an amazing job. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you gotta
right.
remember some continuities. Gordon is the responding officer to Bruce's parents getting murdered. That was the responding officer to that call when the motherfucking Waynes got killed in that alley. So
Right.
yeah, Gordon has been there from day one of, Bruce's trauma and transitioning into being who we know Bruce to be today.
And to the animated series point, I can specifically think of a lot of instances where he is like found some kind of powder, some kind of tool, some kind of device or card or whatever it may be, and he's had to take it back to the Batcave to analyze the properties of it, what it is, and then he figures out what that is in comparison to the crime scene that was going on.
Or
Again,
he has to ask a scientist what something
Yeah, I was
is.
about to say, even when he got to go ask his own scientists at Wayne Industries and all of this other places to analyze something for him and give him the answers, like
he be hitting up Lucius all the time about like, hey, bro, what is this?
I never hit the nigga on being a scientist and shit. We ain't talking about that, but we all know that Bruce is an amazing engineer. So
Yeah.
for you not to know what a bulldog is crazy.
But
That's
he
like,
a tycoon in year one. Like he wasn't.
Come on, man. He already
aware
has
of
a
everything.
textbook. He's already using technical advances, bro. So it's like for you not to know what a bulldog is weird, bro.
Just because you decide to go from being rich to being a semi-detective, you automatically know what household appliances are. Every last one of them are.
not even household appliances, but like a specific appliance with a specific job. Like the only job for this tool is for laying down carpet. And again, you're a rich dude who has never been in construction whatsoever. I don't expect you just to know what it is off top.
That's like you saying if the nigga decided to walk in the kitchen one day and make himself a sandwich, now he know everything in the kitchen that's being cooked. That nigga Alfred still make that nigga meals.
Yo, it's like you applying to be a chef, and now you know what all the gardening tools are. Like it's like
Because you're using tools of a different kind.
using a different set of tools, and it's random. I don't know if that's your only. Is that your only thing you're hung up on though? Like the fact he didn't know what this one specific tool was.
The suit thing, the whole fact that he had no sense of duality of both Bruce and fucking Batman, like he was the same nigga.
Like he didn't have that in year one either. If you look back
I
at year
think it's
one,
literally just it's year
He
one,
played
therefore it's
no
bad.
type of persona, the nigga didn't even try.
yeah, because Alfred, like, remember even in the animated series, Alfred had to tell him like, hey, you should probably keep up appearances so you don't people don't figure out who it is.
Razor.
I get, but I'm saying though, he didn't even try to have a different mentality. He didn't even try to act as if he was not invested as a vigilante. Like he's still showing up to the monster's house as him with the same grievances, with the same questions that Batman would. And walking through the front door in both.
I mean,
as Bruce Wayne and as Batman.
he did pull up to that. He did pull up.
Year one, bro. That's like you going into high school as a freshman thinking you know everything about
Batman here was still using fire escapes and all that stuff to sneak in the windows and all of that, bro. Like y'all keep saying year one, like the nigga had no tactics, no thought process, nothing. Like
You gotta
stop
step,
that,
bro. Just because you have a few tactics doesn't mean you're this expert ass fucking vigilante Batman that you
I'm
know.
saying at least
And even to that point though, Con, like keep in mind he went to that funeral as Bruce Wayne and made an appearance there. It was smoozing with the mayoral candidate and people were seeing him. He pulled up in the Lambo and everything else. Like he made an appearance as Bruce Wayne in that movie.
okay.
I'm saying he did what you wanted. Like you wanted to.
He didn't use that persona to his advantage though.
He was talking to people. He was talking to the mayoral candidate. People wanted to talk to him.
They came up and talked to him.
He didn't pull up with horrors like in Batman Begins, but the nigga pulled up as Bruce Wayne in the Lambo.
I guess if that's what you think. But I don't fuck with the character. I don't fuck with the Batman. I don't fuck with none of that in that movie. I feel like it should have been a Catwoman movie because Selena Kyle fucking carried that fucking movie and she did an amazing job. That's how I feel.
Favorite character in the whole movie. She carried it.
She carried it.
I would say I'd rather say Colin Farrell carried it as the Penguin before.
Colin Farrell put in a lot.
Colin Farrell, like he put in work as the Penguin in that movie.
I'm
As a
actually excited
villain
for the Penguin.
sure, I did love that, but I'm saying if I wanted a hero to do the movie, I didn't want Robert Pattinson at all. That's what I'm saying. That's what I dislike his role. If
I
they would
didn't
have
want
kept
him
just
neither at
Batman
first,
and
but
kept
it
everybody else, it still would have been fired. That's what I'm saying.
So I respect the opinion on it. I'm just like the bulldog. If that's your main thing as the bulldog, you didn't know the carpet, like the carpet soul.
I made multiple drops, bro. Like,
So all those drops are like,
Yeah, they're nothing like that's
I ain't never seen Batman talk crazy to Alfred like that. Has he had his little moments? Yeah, but the way he was talking to Alfred in that movie really rubbed me the wrong way, bro. Like, we all know that Batman adores that man.
Did you watch Gotham? Did you watch?
Show?
or the Nolan trilogy.
Like
I seen like 2-3 seasons of Gotham, not to the point where he became Batman.
Yeah, bro. Bruce was a spoiled little asshole at first. Like, bro, when he got in these emotions, he didn't know how to manage his emotions. You know, being a rookie in this craft, bro, used to get very emotional and talk crazy to.
Hey, everything you talked about to this point happened in the Nolan shit. That you like the Batman you prefer with Bale, all this shit happened. Like he had Alfred have to tell him, hey, go make appearances, go to public, go meet people in public with women so people don't just figure out your Batman. Hey, you should probably talk to Lucius about what this thing is, and he put up to Lucius to find out what
amazing Bruce.
He did an amazing Bruce, but again, the nigga wasn't making that appearance though. Because remember, keep in mind, in the first movie, this particular scene where he woke up the next morning and this nigga Alfred bought him green juice and he drank the green juice and immediately went in and doing push-ups. He was like, hey, this event's happening tonight. You should probably go. And he's like, I don't want to go to that. I don't want to go to that.
I'm not mad at them.
That's what I'm saying. Everything he did, all the same shit.
When Robert Pattinson did it, there was no change of character. There was no change of trying to put on a different.
That I can agree with. He wasn't a great Bruce Wayne. I'll give you that.
He kept it dark. He kept it broody. He kept it snobby. It was no change of character at all.
I will give you that. I will give you that. He wasn't a great Bruce Wayne. I'll give you that.